Did you know lottery winners and people who became paraplegic report the same levels of happiness after 6 months? The secret lies in our brain's natural ability to regulate emotions and find meaning even in the most challenging circumstances. Imagine seeing a girl crying. Your first thought may be, she's really sad. But what if you learn that she just got a new puppy? Suddenly, those tears something completely different. Your brain reassessed the situation and the meaning of those tears. When we reassess the situation, the brain's emotional centers, they calm down, while the thinking centers, they become more active. We can control our emotional responses by changing how we interpret the event. Let me share 3 helpful ways that you can use the power of reassess. The first one is from the example about the girl crying. It's called creating a new meaning. When the event happens, you can obtain additional information, and then you can decide to reinterpret the event or reassess it much more differently. For instance, let's say you learn about a deadline at work. Instead of saying, oh my God, I'm going to fail, you can tell yourself something like, that deadline isn't a threat, it's an opportunity to showcase my efficiency skills to my boss. Here's a second tool of reassessment called normalizing the experience. Let's say you enter a new job. Everything is different. Nothing is familiar. The new office space, you don't know where the kitchen is, the work policies are new, the people are all new. Instead of shaming yourself for feeling kind of stressed out and overwhelmed, you can normalize it. You can say something like, this is a new situation and it's perfectly okay for me to feel this way. Who wouldn't feel this exact same emotions starting a new day? Of course, it's going to be challenging in the very beginning, but I will keep on learning, and eventually things will become familiar to me. See, you just gave yourself a pep talk there, and you normalized what you felt. And you looked at the situation from a much more logical angle. You basically said to yourself, what I feel is common, it's normal, it's part of the human experience, and things will get easier. This normalization principle is what allows you to have resilience for difficult situations. You can regroup and reorient yourself and be much more forward-thinking. Here's a third tool of reassessment. It's called thoughts into folders. Think of your mind like a filing cabinet. And just like you can reorganize files into different folders, you can also reorganize your thought. Let's say you made a mistake at work, again, with the work examples. Instead of filing it under failures, you could file it or move it into a different folder called My Learning Experiences. Here's another example, a presentation that you messed up on. Instead of failure folder, that experience can go into stories about growth folder. It could even be stories to share during my comedy improv class if you're taking one. So next time you face a challenging situation, remember, you actually have the power to change the meaning of what happens to you. So which reassessment method will you try first?